With that, Ciel falls silent. As much as it pains me to leave the conversation on that note, I know that nothing I could say would serve as an adequate response. It's only pain. Anyone can bear that. And yet, those words lodge in my brain like a splinter.
Well,
The setting
school's over.
Yeah. We skip class for the rest of the day.
The 6th period might be the last one. I'm not sure.
No, there's 9 periods, surely.
I think they're longer in Japan, so there might only be 6.
I don't know about that. The setting sun bathes the club room in scarlet. Ciel and I stayed here until the end of the school day.
However long that was.
では、今日から私と遠野くんはチームですね。
Yay! It
二
only
人で
took
事件
until
を解
day
決しましょう。
11?
10, I think.
Uh,
Because I'm pretty sure day 11 is the day where there's no choices and we just die because we drank the
yeah.
wrong, or we took the wrong drug way back
yeah.
when.
一旦お家に戻りますか？死者の探索は夜になってからの方が効率的ですし。
Yeah?
Ciel turns to me as she clears away the teacups. Her suggestion makes sense, but I'm surprised to hear it coming from her.
本当に俺でいいですか？
もちろんです。協力してくれると言ったのは遠野くんの方じゃないですか。遠野くんを一人にするのも危険だし、私がつきっきりで監督させてもらいます。
That's possible.
I've come to realize you're an idiot, and if I don't keep an eye on you, you're gonna get yourself killed.
Yep, you need some proper adult supervision.
Well, we should get an adult then.
これでも先輩ですから。
I am the adult.
やるとなったら吸血鬼探しのいろはをたっぷり教え込んであげましょう。
Alright.
Step 1. Take this gun. Ciel puffs out her chest with pride. Her enthusiasm is infectious. But just as I catch it.
とは言っても死者の数は減ってきているのでいろはを教え込む前に終わってしまいそうですけど。
There's actually so few targets left, though.
この分ならあと1週間といったところでしょうか。
1週間ですか？本当にそんなに早く？
Could we, maybe take it slower?
ええ、経験則から言ってそれぐらいです。遠野くんさえ望むならもう1日2日程度の短縮はできますが。
What if I was willing to work less hard?
I don't know why, but this particular track reminds me of one of the themes for the cities in Symphonia.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like Palmacosta or
One of the ports, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Right? It's I think it's the place where with the boat and the fire frog or Regal's in prison.
I think that's the sequel. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's the same city.
Okay. I don't know about that, but yeah.
1 week. Ark never mentioned how long this vampire business would last. In that vacuum, it was easy to imagine it continuing indefinitely. For it to be over in a week seems surreal.
遠野くん？どうしました？浮かない顔をして。
Well, he.
もしや今日中に解決しろなんてことは言いませんよね。
Go
No,
backward.
no. I wanted it to take 6 months.
そんな無茶は言いません。隠れている死者を見つけ出すのは地道な調査だって知ってますから。ただ町に潜む吸血鬼を全部殺したら先輩の仕事も終わってしまいます。そうしたら先輩は。
I look away. I'd hoped I'd never have to think about how that sentence ends. Even though I knew my time with Ciel couldn't last forever, it's painful to be staring that fact in the face. Unbearably so.
先輩は
Okay.
Hmm.
Perhaps that's what pushes me to speak those fateful words. Oh, and here we are, back to focusing on our legs again. Shiki, my eyes are up here. Please stop staring at my thighs.
死者を一掃したところで仕事は終わりませんよ。私はロアを倒すまでこの町に残ります。元凶を残したまま職務放棄はできませんからね。
Yeah, no, Mario hasn't said anything, huh?
Cold realization crashes over me as I comprehend her words. I can't go anywhere until I kill Roa.
ちょっと待ってくれ先輩。そのロアってやつ
But
もういないんだろ。
Oh, wait, did he know that?
But Roa's dead. Yeah, Ark told us. Ark
Oh.
told him Roa was dead.
Oh, yeah, Ark did tell him. And he thought he was just cleaning up Roa's leftovers.
Right.
Yeah.
はい。
いやだってアルクエイドのやつロアはもうやっつけたって言ってましたよ。
Yeah.
The room freezes. Ciel's eyes stab into mine. Her glare hardens from astonishment to animosity. And all the time I've known her, I've never seen her so shocked. And in the end, that's what makes me realize that I've just killed my last, most desperate hope with my own two hands.
先輩ロアはもう死んでいます。
I mean, what if he's not?
それは確かなことだと俺も思います。
I'm gonna have to talk to Mario.
アルクエイドの発言は信じられません。
あいつが嘘を言っていると。
いえ、彼女にそんな気の利いた真似はできないでしょう。この目で見るまでは信じられないという意味です。
I'll have to have her show me the body.
How do we do that?
トーノ君、彼女は他に何か言っていましたか？
他にはああそうだロアの棺は学校の地下にあったなんてふざけたことを言って先輩
It was literally under you the entire time.
確かめに行きます。
Come on, we're going.
トーノ君はここに残っていてください。
Can't I see it too?
Ciel puts a hand on the door. Tragic resolve weighs heavy on her shoulders. I can't just stand here and watch her go. I have to make a choice.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
There's no reference to that third one here.
Oh, interesting.
That's really quite interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
staying here should just get us killed again.
Possibly.
No, it should. Like,
Okay.
This goes to that same dead end that we already saw, but just with a slightly different scene
Okay.
in front of it. So,
All
like,
right.
this is clearly the first option.
Okay, so we'll do this because
But
then
the
Noelle
indication
show
is that that's how we continue.
up. Because we leave the room and don't meet Noelle.
So, I don't know why this one's here.
Well,
That's really interesting. We'll have
Well,
to check
if
that
you-
one out in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyway, time to do as she says.
Yes. Do as we're told.
Even if Roa's dead, like Ark said, there's no telling what kind of dangers still lurk in his lair. It's probably full of traps to ensnare intruders while he slept. An amateur vampire hunter tagging along would only get in Ciel's way.
わかりました。ここで待っていていいですか？
Well, she said to wait for her, so...
もちろん。でも、1時間経っても戻ってこなかったら、町の方に出ていてください。
You know, I might just blow up the entire school to be safe.
前に食事をしたお店を覚えていますか？あそこで合流しましょう。
Alright.
If I'm not back within an hour, get the fuck out of here and go get Indian food for us.
Yes. If I'm not back in an hour, it means you have to go get a table and order curry.
Ciel darts out the door before I can reply. It's almost been an hour. Ciel still hasn't come back. Given her abilities, I can't imagine she's in danger, but it's hard not to fear the worst. What if there were zombies left in Roa's lair?
Shouldn't pose any threat.
She'd be just fine. Without me weighing her down, she could take on 100 zombies with ease. What if she ran into Ark? That would be trouble, but still manageable. It wouldn't turn into a repeat of last night, not while the sun is still up. What if, in the subterranean darkness of Roa's coffin, she stumbled upon an unthinkable truth?
Like what?
なんだよ、物証って。
I laughed to stave off my unease. Anyway, it's time to move. Ciel's probably waiting for me at the Indian place.
Yeah, Messian already.
Already. Just then, I hear the clubroom door slide open.
先輩?
I poke my head out from the tatami room. There's no one there. The door is closed.
隣の教室からの音だったのかな?
Must have been the wind.
クソ虫見つけた。
Hi! You're not even, like, having a...
She's not even trying
You're not even trying to butter us up with tea and cake this time.
Right. Yeah, she's going through an episode.
The floor shudders. A great earthquake rocks the earth. As though the entire world is falling apart. Yeah, and now we're actually into the ending. Okay.
And the torture scene is the same. Should we just fast forward all the way through to be safe? Yeah.
Alright, yeah, fair. Let's do it.
And okay. Hint segment 15?
Yeah, that's what it said last time, too.
It wasn't 14?
Yeah, it's just okay. Because it's still doing the fast forward.
Ah, right.
単独で下水道に向かった大公社シエルはロアの状
Found
態
out
を知り
about Roa
塔
and
の邸
then
に捜索に向かった。
So after going under the school, she then went to the Tono mansion. And
Yeah, because that's where I was. I remember seeing the Tono mansion last time, and they were like, "Oh, let's go check out the school."
and then she was like, "Yeah, I had my own bad ending actually."
This is actually a slightly different one though, because it decided to cut in here and stop fast forwarding.
Oh yeah, wait, can you go back a bit? Oh.
No. That was the end of it. Like, it's just literally just that last line.
Huh.
So I think that last line is just a reference to like where you got there from.
Oh, all right. Or just because it was the end. Okay. So,
Okay, reload.
Yeah, that didn't actually change anything except.
Well, it gave us a very short additional scene with Noelle.
Yeah, but
I'm
like,
guessing this also kills us, maybe?
probably.
また
Noelle's
先輩。
dangerous at the moment.
ノエル先生には知らせないんですか?
Even as the question leaves my mouth, I wonder why I asked it. Maybe the thought of Ciel going at it alone has me concerned. Or maybe I think it's only fair to keep Miss Noelle in the loop.
そうでしたね。すみません。あまりのことで動転してしまって。すぐ彼女にも通達を。
Totally. I'll totally contact her. I totally didn't sell her to Mario or something.
Definitely not at all.
Yeah, just trust me.
Ciel pulls out her phone and dials a number. Nothing. Miss Noelle doesn't pick up, nor does she reply to Ciel's texts.
Huh.
何をしているんです、シスターノエル。
Are you really in a position to be asking that?
I've never seen Ciel look so flustered. All the more reason I can't let her go alone.
先輩、 俺も行きます。協力していいって言ったばかりでしょ。
Ciel stops in her tracks. Either she lets me join her or she effectively ends our partnership. I'd expected her to mull this over for a few seconds, but she makes a decision instantly.
無駄な所感は挟まず、冷静な判断を保てると誓いますか？
Listen, I need you to be super sure that you're gonna be chill about what we find down there.
Yeah.
誓いま
Not
す。
sure why it would affect me,
先
but
輩の
alright.
邪魔はしません。
いいでしょう。同行してください、遠野くん。あなたが私の指示に従う限り、安全は保証します。
I gulp as I nod. That wasn't a request. Follow my orders and I'll keep you safe. The conditional nature of this promise isn't lost on me. If I obey her, she'll do everything in her power to protect me, but if I don't, she'll cut me off without a second thought. It might seem cold-hearted on the face of it, but I don't take it that way. She's just trying to impress upon me the danger we're walking into.
Right, if you start running around on your own and get killed, well, that's on you.
So was that like a load to the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. This...
Alright, that one doesn't actually end in our death.
Wow, amazing.
Anyway, jump back and
Okay.
see the other one.
Right, so yeah, we're just not even going to mention Noelle this time.
I can't let her go alone, especially in her current rattled state. Besides, while I'm not as seasoned as her, this wouldn't be my first excursion into a vampire's den.
待った。俺も行きます。協力していいって言ったばかりでしょ、先輩。
Ciel stops in her tracks.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Expect her to mull it over.
無駄な所感。
And there it is.
Okay,
Great.
cool. Alright.
Ciel leads me to an unremarkable city street. The kind many of my peers might take to school.
Okay.
A concrete waterway wends its way between residential buildings.
先輩、
Wends. Good word.
あの下水道に入っていくんですか？
Because that's under the school, huh?
そうですよ。あの横穴から中に入ります。日本の下水路は近代化されていますから、水路に落ちなければ濡れることもありません。ただし、
Alright.
背後や側面に気をつけて。
I don't think the sewer
中は
system
明かり
is
がありま
supposed to
せ
be
ん
big
から
enough to walk in.
目より耳に気を配ってください。
Well, Japan's is quite modern.
I see.
So they want you to be able to, like, I don't know, do secret Yakuza things in the sewers or whatever.
Maybe. Japanese games are just so used to sewer levels.
Yeah.
They decided to make it official.
Ciel descends from the bridge to the waterway. If I stand here dithering for too long, she's going to leave me behind. I take a deep breath, hop the fence, and climb down the wall-mounted ladder to join her on the walkway.
まだ太陽は昇っていますが、中に入れば日差しも届きませんし、時間も経過するでしょう。
Yeah, true.
あなたが後ろから離れないように、異常を感じたらすぐに私の背中を叩くか声で知らせてください。
はい。それより先輩、武器は？
I'm pretty sure she has a lot of...
Black keys, probably.
俺はナイフがありますけど。
心配には及びません。国権は必要数常備しています。
Several.
今回はあくまで調査ですから、ロアの棺を発見次第、撤退して準備を整えます。本格的な交戦はこの後です。
Real battle, but he's supposed to be dead.
内部で明かりは使わないので、そのつもりで。
Oh.
そっか。吸血鬼に気づかれるもんな。
I would think Shiki actually has, like, an advantage fighting in the dark.
Because he can see lines of death?
Right. And we
Yeah.
know that there's lines of death on, like, random objects, like floors and walls and shit.
Well...
So he should be able to get a vague, like...
Well, the problem is they don't cover the whole surface, so he would see random lines, and he probably wouldn't be able to put the whole image together.
No, but he'd at least have, like, compared to somebody who didn't have that frame of reference, right?
Yeah.
He'd at least have some idea of, like, where things were. And as soon as there was another person, like
Yeah.
another entity, he would very clearly be able to see that, which is
Yeah.
a huge advantage over
Well, yeah, but walking around without his glasses on is not a great idea.
携帯の明かりもダメですよね。でも
That would just drain your
それ
battery
だとどう
anyway.
やって中を調べるんですか？
You're not, Shiki, isn't it? You're
Well,
not
Ciel
supposed
can
to.
just reinforce her eyes. She'll be fine.
暗視程度なら私でも使えますから心配は不要です。
Cool.
水路内は私が先導しますから、先ほど言ったようにあなたは手を握っていてください。
Don't have to ask me twice. She offers me her hand, and I take it. With how tightly she squeezes my fingers, she must be more nervous than she's letting on. And we must be dating now.
Yeah. Is she gonna get pregnant?
I mean, they're holding hands. That
Yeah.
means they're married, right?
行きます。ここからだと
Well, it should,
学
because it
校
mean
下付
she
近の
can't
水路
get
までは
married
20分ほ
anymore,
どでしょう。
right? Like,
その間、余計な気は起こさないよう
20
に。
minutes. Yeah, alright.
you were just at the school, then you went outside, you found a sewer grate, and now it's gonna be 20 minutes back?
Well, yeah, I guess they had to go down the street a decent ways. And it's probably slow going in the sewer, I guess.
Try not to let your thoughts wander
Yeah.
in that time. Okay, I will do my level best to not think of your ass.
Yeah, he'll try not to stare at your ass in the dark the entire way.
Guessing what she means is try not to lose your nerve.
Well,
Or, like, try not to think of me in a bikini for some reason.
yeah, I don't know.
Understood, I nod.
Okay.
With our hands firmly clasped together, we step into total darkness.
Hmm. Okay.
The interior of the sewer looks nothing like I expected.
Which you can't see it. Well, maybe at the very entrance.
Check the other TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually see it much better on the capture. The passage is about 2 meters wide. Each wall is lined with a walkway large enough for one person, making for easy traversal. And though the stench of raw sewage is certainly noticeable, it's not overpowering.
Okay.
Every so often I feel an unpleasant squelching underfoot, but that's as bad as it gets. I haven't even spotted any rats.
Weird.
Ciel was right. Sewers of a modern city are as well maintained as any other public facility. They're a far cry from Vlov's catacombs.
Yeah.
But it's not the question of hygiene that makes me uneasy. It's the constant trickle of water, the echoing of our footsteps, the unrelenting darkness. 20 minutes to the school, Ciel said. For now, at least, I only hear 2 pairs of feet. Ciel's pace seems slower than usual, probably out of consideration for me.
And trying to be quiet.
I follow along silently. Those 20 minutes have to have passed by now. Still no change in our surroundings. Still no sign from Ciel. I unconsciously squeeze her hand tighter.
止まって。今明かりをつけます。
Oh.
But you said no lights.
Guess she's worried about something?
Ciel withdraws her hand from mine and a penlight flickers to life. It illuminates a ragged hole torn into the wall and a portion of the empty space beyond.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't in the sewer. Somebody, like, punched a hole from the sewer somewhere else.
アルクエイドの仕業ですね。こんなところでこんなことをするのはあの考えなしだけでしょ。
Okay, so that's how Art got in.
なるほど。
I find myself nodding. This is probably as close as Art gets to a surgical strike.
これ奥に部屋があるんですか？
そのようですね。下水地図にはこんな場所に部屋はありませんでしたが。
Yeah, so it's not an official part of the sewer system. It's just an unmarked room under the school, I guess?
罠はありませんね。中に入ります。足元に気をつけて。
Apparently, she can tell it's safe, even from this distance. We make our way over the pulverized concrete and head into the makeshift tunnel.
Whoa. Yeah, actual brick and stuff.
It leads to a small cavern. A faint shaft of light floats down from the ceiling, falling on a paved floor and walls of rough-hewn stone. The sight feels familiar.
Yeah.
I've seen it before, at the heart of Vlov's catacombs, which means... Ah, there it is. In the center of the cavern where the light meets the floor sits a 2-meter-long structure.
Another altar?
A stone coffin with its shattered lid knocked askew.
そんな
Ciel walks up to the coffin. I follow behind her, close enough to peek into it.